Because you live here and you keep doing the things you do, you're going to get what Americans get, which is cancer and heart disease. Okay? Now, let's make it really real. For every 6 people that you see, how many people got in the room? 6, 12, 18 roughly, 18 folks? Add that up. For every 6 of you, 5 of you will die from cancer or heart disease. Truckload, yeah?
Yes.
Add to it diabetes, I think you said diabetes, Parkinson's, MS. You now know what's going to kill Americans 6 out of 6 times. We know the diseases. We now know what's going to get you. And when you want to really get sick though, you ready? Want to get sick? Back row. Okay? It's only 1 out of 20 if you go to other countries that are not like America. Pretty sad, huh? That's a huge discrepancy. They're not dying from diabetes. They're not dying from cancer. They're not dying from heart disease. And yet, we are. What's so different about America and our lifestyle?
Our diet.
Ah, thank you, Mark. Diet. Okay? Now, let's look at this for a second. Okay? The New England Journal of Medicine, okay? And the Journal of the American Medical Association. Everybody know what a medical journal is? That's where doctors do research, they print, then I read it, okay? So that I can gain information and insight on how to care for people. That's how you learn, okay? So, prestigious journals. You can't just write, you can't just say, you know, I heard that eating buffalo wings makes you skinny and causes cancer to stop, and you print that and you have to start promoting buffalo wings. Make sense? I mean, they have to, it's steadfast research to get published in these journals, okay? They did a study, the New England Journal of Medicine, and they did a study on American lifestyle, or just lifestyle, not American, but lifestyle. Now, what does lifestyle mean? Lifestyle means, how is our stress? How is it? Think about that for a minute. How is our nutrition? How is our fitness? Right? How do we exercise? You know, what are we doing there? Okay? And so they ranked us compared to the rest of the globe. 27 countries like us. Okay? And somewhere between first, which is the healthiest, the most best lifestyle of any other country on the planet, and the 27 is the worst. We have more crap, we don't exercise, we're under too much stress. Make sense? Now, simultaneously, the Journal of the American Medical Association did a study of those same 27 countries. And they ranked the United States on how healthy we were compared to the other countries. Make sense? All right. Now, everybody's going to have a shot on this, okay? So I'm going to walk through every single person. Where do you think, now remember, make sure you get this right. This is the sickest, that's the healthiest. We got it? Mm-hmm. Where do you think we rank? We'll start front row, Heather. 25. 26. 24. 16. Optimist. Okay, here. 20. 23. 27. 21.
30.
30. Jeez, he's a pessimist. You guys ought to get together and mix it in. What do you think? 22.
25.
25.
20.
20.
27.
27.
25.
25. 27. 25.
18.
18. Optimist. You would have thought I coached. What did you say?
25.
Who said 26? I was like, oh, there it was. I thought it was you. It was like the first one I asked got it right. Okay, it's 26. We are the second to the worst country on the planet Earth today. Very scary, huh? Problem is the Starfield study's quite old now. It's about 10 years old. So things have changed. They did 2 follow-up studies. You know what they're called? U.S. gets an F on health. U.S. ranks dead last on health. So really, who said 27? Raise your hand. There was a couple of them. Okay, you're right. We're the sickest country on the globe. Okay? Why? Mark said what?
Diet.
Diet. Okay? Some people say stress. Some people say lack of exercise, right? That's called lifestyle. Oh, guess what? They studied that. Right? So if we rank 27 on health, where do you think we ranked on lifestyle? Anybody disagree with 27?
No.
Okay, you ready for this? We rank 10th. 10th in lifestyle. We have more health clubs, right? Think about Bally's, 24-hour fitness. We got a lady fitness right here, right? We have yoga clubs, right? We got stress management programs. And how many vitamin stores do you see? How many Whole Foods, Sprouts, all these different, Sunflower Market, right? We got tons. And guess what? We do it. We're applying it. And yet we're still horribly sick. Why are we so sick? The answer lies in the way we approach health. Think about this. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story talking about my grandfather. Okay, my grandfather was a farmer. Okay, what age do you become a farmer? Anybody?
7.
As soon as you can hold the shovel, baby. Okay, 4 years old. There's a story. One of my patients was telling me he was a little kid and he was brought up on the farm. Okay, when he was born, his dad took him out and said, "See these dirt clods?" He said, "We're gonna play a game." And he gave him a hammer and he made him smack these dirt clods to see how many he could club. How fast he could club in a day. He didn't realize he was actually doing work. He was actually busting up the field. It was hilarious. Okay? But the bottom line is you start when you're real young, right? So here's my granddad working in the field. I don't even know how he did it. And he hurt his back. Now, we live in the United States. What's the first thing we reach for when we hurt ourselves and we're in pain? Pills, poisons, right? And what do they, I said poisons, I shouldn't have said that. What do? They mask the problem. Now, let's do a simple metaphor. You're driving your car and the low oil light lights up. Okay, if you took a piece of duct tape and covered up the dash, does that fix the problem?
No.
In fact, doesn't it make it a bit worse? So here's my granddad taking over-the-counter medications. Okay? Now, by the way, there's one pill I'll allow you to take. It's the only one that's safe. And guess what it is? Over-the-counter painkiller. What'd you say?
Aspirin.
Nope. The other one.
Advil.
What'd you say?
Advil.
Nope. Nope. In fact, that's been linked to breast cancer, so congratulations if you're popping Tylenol or Advil. Who said Tylenol? Thank you. Tylenol. But you got to be careful with drugs, okay? Because the challenge with drugs is you're talking about companies that are here to A, get you healthier, B, make a healthy profit. What are they after? Money. So drug companies are there to make money. So if you read on the side of extra strength Tylenol that you can take 12 a day and that's safe, you got to ask yourself a question. Is that true or is that false? Well, guess what? They did a study and they did it in one of these journals and they found out how safe is Tylenol and they found a safe dose. What do you think the dose was? How many think, Ruth? 12 a day is what they say. What do you think was safe? 6. Go less than that.
4.
2.
4, 2. No, you're still too high.
1. 3. Say 1.
Not even one. Okay, listen to this. Not one per day. Not one per week. Not one per month. They said 1 pill per year was safe. Now, isn't that scary? Because think about it. That's the safest drug on the market. And what are you guys taking? The rest of it. You're taking the other things that are dangerous. See, and you understand why the number's so big, 783. Because it could have killed you. Well, luckily it didn't kill my grandfather. But what did it do? It covered up his problem. So what did he think in his mind? I must be cured. So what did he do? He worked just as hard, or if not harder, right? So guess what? The pills quit working. So he shows up at a medical doctor's office. What's the first thing he does? Reaches in his pocket, pops it open. Prescription for what? More painkillers. Stronger painkillers. They're called the opiate drugs. Darvon, Darvocet, Percodan, Percocet, Vicodin, Oxycontin, MS-Contin, morphine, and Tramadol. Okay? Opiate drugs. The most addictive drugs just this side of crystal methamphetamine. How addictive is that junk? You see how addictive this stuff is? So now I turned my grandfather into a drug addict. Okay? And what is it fixing again? Please help me. Nothing.
Covering it up.
Do you get that? How scary that is? You take one opiate drug, what happens to your risk of death?
Short. Quicker.
Quicker. By how much? 10-fold. By taking one pill. And we pop these things like candy in this country. And again, here we go. See why the number's so big? So, my grandfather takes them, keeps working, because now he doesn't hurt anymore, right? So he must be cured. And then finally he gets over here. They finally take an x-ray. What do you think they found? Anybody? Belt it out.
spine?
Crooked spine, that's not it. Pinched nerve, no. What'd you say?
Sick part.
Sick heart. Interestingly enough, that did happen to my grandfather. He ended up with heart troubles, but that's not what killed him. He found cancer. So here's the question. When did my grandfather get the first signal that he had cancer?
Pain.
Way over here. Does that make sense? So what happens now? Now we're in the situation. Now we're in a, now, see, I'm making my point. We're healthy, we do healthy things, but we're still sick. Do you get why now? We cover up the signals with drugs. And if the drugs don't kill us, we're over here in medical procedures which do. Do you see why we're so sick? You gotta start thinking a different way, or you're gonna get the same outcomes. 6 out of 6 of you, we now know what's gonna kill you unless you look at health a different way. Fair? Now, here's the worst part. My grandfather now goes through what? Surgery, chemo, radiation. Thank God he had insurance, right? Had 4 insurance coverages. They spent every nickel of the money on those insurances. My grandfather, and he had a good, nice healthy retirement from all of his hard work. My grandmother gave every nickel to the hospitals. When my grandfather died from the medical intervention, my grandmother was broke. So here's a question. But do you realize this? 65% of personal bankruptcies in our country are because of medical bills. Not because I mismanaged my money and I'm out spending and having a good time. My family is dying because of medical bills. That's my grandfather. And that's going to be you unless you take a different approach. You get that? So here's the question. Do you or do you not want to be healthy? You have to raise your hand on this one. Do you want to be healthy or not? Raise your hand. Got any hands not up? Good. Everybody's up. Good. You don't raise your hand, I come and punch you in the shoulder. Okay?